beauty ravers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Raven, and this is where I like to rave about beauty. If you would ever so kindly hit that like and subscribe button to become part of my little family here on YouTube, it means so much to me. Now without further ado, let's jump on into the video. Hi guys, today I'm sharing with you my September favorites, and I'm excited to do so because I did find quite a few favorites in the month of September. So that's what we're gonna dive into. But first, let me know what your #1 favorite product was this month. Whether it be makeup, whether it be food, whether it be a movie, I just want to know what you've been loving this September. So now, let's dive on into it. Alright, so I'm going to start us off with makeup products. Of course, that is why my channel is here. We are makeup focused. But I also want to mention some miscellaneous, some food, some music, all the good fun jazz at the end, so we'll get to that, but let's start with my makeup. The first product I want to mention is something that's actually been a favorite of mine for months. So many months. I love this thing to death. It's my favorite contour. You probably know what it is if you ever check out my description boxes because it's on my face literally every single day. But somehow I noticed I've never mentioned this in a favorites video before. So let me do so now. That is going to be the Fenty Beauty Contour Stick in the shade Amber. It's a perfect shade for my skin tone. I have a hard time finding contours that I like. Let me be honest. Now let me show you how much I've used of this because that's all we have left. That is it, guys. I'm going to probably put this in a project pan if I ever decide to do that because I don't usually get this close to finishing products. It doesn't usually happen, but this product is a holy grail, a staple if you will. I adore this with all of my heart. It's made my makeup journey so much better. I think my face looks so much better with it on. I really do love it. Like I said, it's on my face today, so I mean, it's just a beautiful contour. I think it makes my skin tone look really, really good. It's not too warm and it's not too cool, which is very hard to find, but it's a perfect contour for me. And it is definitely a favorite. Not just of this month, of every month, okay? But I just wanted to mention it because I haven't somehow. I don't know, but it's a good one. Then I have a bronzer to mention, and this is actually fairly new to my collection. This is the iconic London bronzer. It looks very dirty because it's this kind of, you know, blinding packaging that I don't know why brands do, but they do love to do that, don't they? But this is what it looks like. It is gorgeous. I got this in a BoxyCharm recently, and I am so glad that I did. I have a ton of bronzer in my collection at the moment, so I didn't know if I needed this one, but oh boy, do I need it because it looks so glowing. It's on my skin today. Been wearing it a lot this month. I just think it is so pretty, and it's not too warm, again, which can be kind of tricky with bronzers, and it's also not too dark because I am very, very pale, so sometimes finding a bronzer that works for me can be a little tricky, but this one I think is stunning and a perfect match for my skin tone. Then I have a lip product to mention, and it's actually from a brand that I'm not huge on. I have some things I'm about to purchase from them actually because they just came out with some new collections that I'm like head over heels for, even though I know the formula on most of their products aren't for me, but I do like their lip products, and this is one of them. This is the Makeup Revolution lipstick. This is not the cap. I actually lost the cap to this, but thankfully I had some things I was decluttering, and one of them was really old and needed to be tossed out anyway, and the cap to it actually fits this decently enough so that way it doesn't dry out. But this is from the Friends collection that Revolution did. This is in the shade Rachel. It's like this beautiful purpley mauve color, and it's stunning. It is absolutely stunning, especially with the palette I'm about to mention. But this, I love this so much. I've had it in my collection for a minute. My friend Marilyn here on YouTube, Nightmare Bliss, actually sent this to me. Super sweet of them. Definitely check out their channel. But I didn't try it for the longest time, and then the palette I'm about to mention came in the mail, and I was like, this is the perfect shade for this, and I've been wearing it ever since. I think it is gorgeous. The formula is very nice. It wears very well. It stays for a really long time, but when it does start to wear off, it does so in a natural way, which I really appreciate from lipsticks because sometimes you'll notice patches or, you know, very obvious lines of where lipstick starts to wear off. Not with this one. This one just washes away, and it's just so beautiful. I've also tried some of Revolution's lip glosses that I adore, and I also really enjoy their highlighters. I have tried their eyeshadow formula many a times, and I'm not a huge fan of it. So the collections that I'm talking about is the Corpse Bride, my favorite Tim Burton movie, one of my all-time favorite movies in general, and they did a whole Corpse Bride collection, which I'm super stoked for. I want the makeup mirror. That's what I want from that collection. Not the makeup, because I know the eyeshadows aren't going to work for me, and I'm not huge on the lip colors that they did with it, but the mirror is absolutely adorable. I'll try to remember to pop in a picture here because I need it. It's sold out right now, but I'm hoping they bring it back when they bring out the next collection that I want a few items from, which is their Simpsons Treehouse of Horror collection. Guys, I'm obsessed with the Simpsons. I have all the pop figurines from the first and second Treehouse of Horror collection except for the Gorilla Homer. He's so hard to find. I'm still on the hunt, but I have all the other ones. I love the Simpsons and I love everything spooky, so the fact that like Treehouse of Horror, yes, 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 and they're doing makeup with it. I swear if it was a brand I liked the eyeshadow formula from, I'd be buying the entire collection. Unfortunately, I have tried enough from Revolution to know I don't like their eyeshadow formula, but they are releasing a highlighter duo and some lip glosses, which I just got done saying. I do like their formula on those products, so I will be picking those up. Hopefully with the Corpse Bride mirror. That is the goal. Maybe they'll be here next month in this favorites video. Hopefully anyway. But moving on, I've been jabbering for too long about Makeup Revolution. I'm sorry. I'm just too excited about those two collections. I had to mention them to you. Anyways, now let's move into the two eyeshadow palettes I have to talk about today. The first one being the Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics Boo Thang palette. I love this palette. She is so pretty. I did do a first impressions with this palette on my channel. If you want to check it out, I'll try to remember to link it in the cards. But I am working on a 3 looks plus review with it as we speak, so that'll be up on my channel soon. But this color story is just the cutest thing. It literally screams Halloween to me, and I couldn't be more happy to have her. She performs beautifully. The pigmentation is kapow, but it's also buildable, but you really don't need to because they are so pigmented. The shimmers are super reflective and gorgeous. I love them. Honestly, everything about this palette is stunning to me. I will say this highlighter shade is a bit too dark for my skin tone, but that's okay because it works beautiful as an eyeshadow. And the white one up here is a gorgeous highlight on my face. It makes my skin look wet and I'm obsessed with it. So I had to mention this palette. I'm just so happy to have her. The second palette I have to mention is the palette that goes so well with that Revolution lipstick. This is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. Now you're going to know exactly why I say that when I open her, because she has the exact mauve plum tones that lipstick does, and it just works so well with this palette. I love the combination of the two, and I've been wearing them both so much this month. I had to mention them. This palette is stunning. I do have a first impressions with it, and I do have a 4 looks plus review with it on my channel already, so check out both of those if you're curious. But this is just the most gorgeous color story. I love it so much. I will say the looks you get with it are going to be quite similar. Very plum mauve looks, but I love that because it just looks so beautiful on the eyes. And every look I have done with it, even though they were kind of similar, has come out so gorgeous, and I just feel so beautiful in it. One of my favorite palettes in my collection as of right now. I'm just super hooked on it. And it is also my first midi palette from Natasha Denona, which is super exciting to me. I want all her palettes now. I'm hooked. What can I say? She got to me. She pulled at my heartstrings. I didn't want to love her as much as I do, but I really, really love her formula. I think it's killer. So that is all the makeup I have to share with you guys today, but I do have some other things like I mentioned in the intro. So let's dive into what do we want to start with. Let's talk about food because I have 2 things to mention. The first one being something that I ate the entire jar of, so I can't show you the product in real life, but I can pop a picture here for you. It's cookie butter, but it's not just cookie butter. Listen, I love me some cookie butter. However, I didn't realize they made crunchy cookie butter. You're telling me this now? I would have been buying jar after jar. I'm gonna start. I'm obsessed with it. It's so, so good. I'm a crunchy peanut butter fan. Comment down below, are you team crunchy or team creamy? I'm team crunchy personally, but I loved cookie butter before this, even though I had only tried the creamy versions of it. However, it's a game changer now that I know that there's a crunchy version. I'm just like, what? I love cookie butter. It's so good. Have you guys had it? Do you ladies like it? Let me know. My fiance doesn't like it. I don't know how. He's insane. I've come to that conclusion. Yeah, he's insane. The next food product I do have in my possession still, somehow I haven't eaten them all, I know, self-control is a beautiful thing. But I probably will after this video. I just kept them around so I can show them to you and act like I've been being good, and I'm just gonna eat the whole thing when you guys aren't here. No, but this is the Oreo apple cider donut. This is so good. I love apple cider. I don't know about you, but I personally do. My fiance also doesn't love apple cider, but he bought me these. How sweet of him, even though he didn't think he was gonna like them. Although I've been seeing him sneak a few, so clearly he does. But these are just super duper yummy. I don't really know why they said donut, because like it's just apple cider Oreos. I don't really see how you can make it taste. I don't really understand the purpose of donut, but like it totally tastes like apple cider, and I'm totally here for it, and it's super sweet and super good. I honestly really hope they come out with more fall Oreo flavors, because I think that would be so good. Pumpkin spice, please take my money. You can have it. I'll buy all the cases, like, please. Now I actually have an anime to share with you. It's a very popular anime, and most of you probably have at least heard of it. Maybe you haven't seen it, but you've probably heard of it. It is Naruto! I am obsessed, okay? I have seen Naruto before, bits and pieces, but I never really deep dove into it and really thoroughly watched it until this month. And I kid you not, I don't know how I went my whole life not watching this anime, because boy should I have, because it is just killer. The suspense is killing me. Every night, me and my fiance watch it when he gets home from work, and I'm hooked. I have honestly fallen in love with so many characters. This is probably his like 20th time watching it, because he literally memorizes like all the lines, and I'm just like, how do you remember this? Because it's like the last time he saw it was like years ago. So I'm like, how do you remember this? I don't know. He's got a good memory, I guess. I wouldn't remember something like that. But regardless, I am so glad he made me watch it, like actually watch it, because like I said, I've seen bits and pieces, but I hadn't really watched it. So it's a whole new world. I'm a whole new Raven. I plan on cosplaying as Sakura, and I'm making him be Sasuke because he reminds me exactly of Sasuke. If you guys have seen Naruto, then like, you already know who my fiance is, because they're spitting images of each other. Yeah, so I'm hooked. My favorite characters, ooh, let's see. I have to say Sasuke is number one. That's my baby. I mean, I love him so much. Itachi is a very close runner-up though, because that's his brother, if you didn't know, and I love them both. My whole heart burns for them. But I also have to say Gaara. Gaara is so powerful. Honestly, I love him. He is beautiful, wonderful character. They portrayed him so well. They gave him such an eerie presence, a dark manner. Then Naruto like lightens his spirit, and he just becomes like a better, more enlightened version of himself, but he's still super strong and scary, and I love him. Sakura, obviously, I'm gonna cosplay her. Hinata, love her too. She's super duper cute. I'll probably cosplay her at some point. Honestly, I want to cosplay all of them. I'm actually thinking of doing a video where it's like week of Naruto, and for each day, I do a different character's look. I think that would be super fun. Obviously, I'd amp them up a bit because they don't wear much makeup in the show, but like, I obviously do, but I think I could do it based on like their whole aura and stuff. I think that would be super fun. Let me know what you guys think about that, and also let me know if you're a Naruto fan yourself, because I am now. My heart is sold. Next, I want to mention some earrings. I've actually been wearing them for the past like 2 months. I forgot to mention them last month, but I was planning on it. They're from Eyeliner earrings, and these are so cute. Okay, yeah, you can't see that. I'm gonna do like a little close-up for you, but they're super cute. They're like little cuff dangles, and I put them in my gauges. I think they're super duper cute, and they were sent to me in PR, which is super fun, and the brand is super nice. I just really love these earrings, and they sent me a whole bunch of them. I need to wear more of them, but I just really love these ones specifically. They're very high quality. I've been wearing them all month. No discoloration, no, you know, I don't know, chipping or anything. They look really good and very high quality. Then I want to mention the shirt I'm actually wearing today, but you can't really see it all that well, but I will insert a picture of me wearing it so that way you can see it better. But I think this shirt is absolutely adorable. It's my favorite fall shirt. I think it screams Halloween. Oh, I love it so much. I found it at Ross, and it was only like $13, and it has now become one of my favorite shirts in my entire wardrobe. I just love it so much. I wore it to Hallow Scream at SeaWorld, and it was super fun. That's something I should mention. Hello Scream, that's a favorite of this month. I went with my fiance, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and some of their friends, and it was super fun. I loved it so much. I just love spending time with the family, but also spooky anything is always a good idea. And it was SeaWorld's first time doing Hello Scream, so that was fun. Yeah, I wasn't planning on mentioning that, but that is definitely a favorite of the month. And since I did mention it, I will insert some pictures for you of us at Hello Scream, because we truly did have a blast. I do miss Halloween Horror Nights, I won't lie, but Hello Scream was much more affordable this year, and I don't know, we wanted to try something new, so I had fun. Then my fiance bought me the cutest sweater. I've been wanting it for 2 years now, actually. Spirit Halloween had it. I will insert a picture. It is a Good Guys, aka Chucky, sweater, and it is the cutest thing. I am so happy I finally own it because I saw it last year and I really wanted to buy it, but it was $40 and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can do it. Should I do it? And I just didn't know if I needed it, but the more I thought about it, and after Halloween passed, it still stuck on my mind, and I was like, dang, I really should have bought that sweater. But thankfully for me, they brought it back this year, and there was only one left in the entire store, and it was sold out online. So the fact that there was one left, it was a sign, it was fate, it was supposed to be mine, and it's super cute. It's a little oversized, which I love for my sweaters, and it's just adorable, and I'm so happy he bought it for me. Another miscellaneous item that I picked up this month is my Beats. I got Beats now, guys, and I feel bougie about it. I really do. They are the wireless headphones, and these things, oh my goodness, the sound is so good. I swear, it blocks out all the sound around you and you just hear the music so clearly. It's beautiful. I really do love these. They are expensive, but I see why. I honestly have wanted Beats for the longest time, but I couldn't afford them or justify the price when I could afford them. I still felt like it was just too high. But now that I have them, I see why. They're such high quality. Definitely worth it. Still though, if you don't want to spend that much on headphones, I totally understand that because it is kind of crazy and ridiculous, but I'm happy I have them nonetheless. Lastly, for miscellaneous, I have this hair treatment to talk to you guys about. This thing makes my hair feel so much better than it ever has. Honestly, I'm still on a hair journey. I feel like my hair just doesn't do what I want it to do, and it's looking kind of rough today, but this is my second day hair, so bear with it. But anyways, this treatment definitely helps with my hair journey entirely. I have like 6 on deck right now, just because one of these lasts me 2 washes, so I need these on deck. I really do, because my hair doesn't like me without them. But this is the Color Treated and Highlighted Hair Defense by High Pro Pack. I find these at my local Walmart, so maybe check out yours if you're looking for it. But if you have hair like mine, I think you're gonna love it. And by that I mean if you have dry, frizzy, over-dyed hair, your locks are gonna love this stuff because it just sucks up the moisture and the hydration, and it just feels so nice. I notice a big difference with the frizz, which is really helpful, and also the dryness. It's not as dry. My hair is incredibly dry. Like, honestly, so dry. I don't think that my hair has natural oils like everyone else's does. I just don't think it does. But this stuff also just gives me a beautiful, healthy looking shine to my hair, and I just highly suggest it. Now I have a few music favorites to mention. So I have 3 different artists to mention. Usually I do 3 different artists with 3 different songs from each artist, but I don't have that many today, but that's okay because I did find some songs that I've really been enjoying, so let's go through them. The first one is going to be Machine Gun Kelly's new song. He released Paper Cuts. I love this. Oh, let me scoot over so I can insert a picture of him because he's gorgeous. But yes, this song is a bop. It is a jam. It is so freaking good, and it's deep and poetic, and it's just all of the emotions wrapped into one. I'm obsessed with it, and I had to mention it. The second artist I want to mention is Halsey. I love Halsey. She is a goddess. She is so beautiful and so talented, and just, I love her to death, right? But the song I want to mention from Halsey specifically is Honey. Honey is such a killer song. I adore it. I really do just adore it. I don't know what else to say, but if you haven't heard it, I highly recommend it. And the third and final artist I want to mention today is Jairus Johnson. Actually, my brother-in-law was the one who showed me him, and he is very talented himself. He did a cover of the song Last Resort by Papa Roach, and I honestly really enjoy his cover. Obviously, the original is still my favorite because I love Papa Roach. I actually crowd surfed with my friend Amber. We held hands while crowd surfing to Papa Roach at Rockville 2 years ago, and it was a beautiful moment. But we're talking about Jairus Johnson. There is another song from him that I did want to mention, and it is My Sword. I believe that's an original that he wrote, but it's a beautiful song no matter what. But I highly suggest checking him out, and I also suggest checking out all three of the artists I mentioned. But that's gonna wrap it up for my music favorites, and that's gonna wrap it up for my September favorites. So I'd love to know, again, what have you been loving this month? What have you been reaching for? What have you been gravitating to? I just want to hear it all from you. But that's gonna do it for me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and stay beautiful. Mwah.